Hi Leo, this is Heather, the medium on a mission, and I'm bringing you your September forecast. And when I just sort of sat with your energy at the beginning, I just asked for any sort of word, just anything that kind of connects with Leo for the month. And I got the word simplify, and I feel like simple. I feel like when I just sort of tune into that energy, obviously it's going to have different meanings for different Leos. But I just feel like there's something with the mind connection as well, the simplification of the mind. And I feel like there's a little bit of an energy of going on repeat. I feel like there's also the need to um, um, sort of purge things in life that would help you to kind of create a clean space for you to be able to kind of work from. And so that's coming from in the energy as well. And so we'll just kind of jump in and see what else that looks like, what else Spirit has to say as it relates to that. I'll be doing, the first spread will be the mind body, and I'll be using my When Spirit Speaks cards. And then I'll be using, we've got Signs from Spirit and Twin Flame Tarot. That's the Mystic Moons cards. They're quite amazing. She's got a store out there on Etsy as well as on YouTube. She has a channel where she does amazing readings. She's such a genuine human being as well. So I just really love her. And then I'll be doing the She Believed She Could, So She Did cards. And so just kind of wrapping it up with some general messages, just general themes there. So we'll cover off mind, body, spirit, general theme, and then the kind of the quotation at the end. So let's just jump in and see what Spirit's got. So Spirit, what messages do you have for Leo as it relates to the mind, body, the physical space, the physical presence for the month of September, and what are some of the energies? As I tune in, I do have two energies that are coming forward. They feel masculine. They're coming in from opposing sides, though. And so whenever I get that, it's the feeling of like they may have not known each other, but they know you, and so they may have not known each other. They're coming in from two different sides, and so this could be a connection with someone on your mom's side of the family and your father's side of the family, or it could be two friends that you've had in the past. But I do feel like there being two male connections that are coming forward. And it's almost like to show we've got your back, we're going to support you. Shifts with all of the things that you're going forward. They kind of know your heart, they know who you are, and so they're really in support of that. Let's see what Spirit, what messages do you have for Leo from a mind-body perspective for the month of September? Okay, let's see what we've got here. All right, we'll pull out. Two just came out. Okay, I'm going to go with that. Hardened and guides. And so this guides is really where I feel like these men are coming forward for you. But hardened, I feel like there's some, as I just sort of tune into the energy, ooh, I'm getting a lot of chills here. Spirit's been in a lot of these videos really strong. I just feel like there's some energy of needing to kind of, okay, so they're making me feel like, and I'm asking how does it relate to the simplify and kind of those things. And I just, these feelings of like, I feel like there's a feeling of carrying some weight from the past that needs to be pushed away, needs to, be cleared out. And I feel like that's what's with the hardened as well, the energies that's coming in. A lot of times when I see this, it's as it relates to sort of love and sort of the past energies of the things that have occurred to you in relationships, and it's that hardened energy. But I feel like this is in some other areas. So for example, like it's like somebody offers to do something kind for you, and it's like why are you wanting to do that for me? What's the strings attached? And so I feel like there's a little bit of an energy, a feeling of needing to sort of like relax with it and just letting the world sort of take care of you, letting people take care of you, letting people be generous, generous and I don't know how I just made up that word, but anyway, genuine and kind, and just allowing that and not looking at it from a perspective of why are they doing this for you. I feel like they're wanting you to kind of let this into your space and into your world at this time, because there's a lot of good energies that are wanting to come in. But there's a feeling of like maybe not always sort of trusting the things that are coming to you, and the feeling of feeling like it might be with conditions. I also feel like there might be some things growing up that you had that as a child as well, the feeling of like, not even as parents, not necessarily being able to trust them as well, that type of thing, or that maybe and not that they were like abusive by any means, but it's this feeling of like, and in some cases, I mean, some cases there may have been situations like that, but you know, your parents trying to do the best they can with what they had, but that not always being received from you as a child. I feel like there's an energy of an aunt as well, that an aunt may have been influential in your life. I don't know if an aunt would have raised you, would have been around a lot, but I see that energy as well. Let's see what Spirit Spirit has from just a general Spirit perspective, what messages they have to say for Leo at this time as it relates to the Spirit. Spirit, what messages would you like to give to Leo for the month of September for all those who will listen to this video? Okay. All right. Bread, hospitality. Okay. So, when I tune into that energy, the first thing I get is kind of connecting with what that feeling of, you know, breaking bread with someone, that feeling of inviting someone into your space, and not the feeling of it being with condition, just letting them in. And not, again, not to say that you're looking at it with condition, but it's the feeling of like, the world wants to give to you. The world is sending you people, and being open to that, being open to those new experiences, and not having kind of a fear that it's going to be with condition, or that if I expand my world that it's going to require too much of me. It's that really sort of letting the world in to show you what they have to offer, because I feel like there's an opportunity for expansion, but it's really through relationships, and it's really about building those relationships and those rapport with people. And as I'm saying that, like, I'm getting extremely lightheaded, and I just feel like there's that's just my way. Like, whenever I get that, it's like Spirit coming in really intense with a message here. And so I just feel like that's really important for you to know as well. Let me see what else. And I do feel like there might be an education connection here as well. I'm not sure how that's coming in, but I don't know if this is something to where some of you are going to school and you're going to be meeting new people, or maybe and it doesn't have to be like an education, like college or going to high school. That's not what I'm getting. It's more around any sort of education. You might be part of a mediumship circle, and you're meeting new people, and this is like bringing those people into your circle, and so to this world. And it's bottom line, I feel there's opportunity for expansion, but you really have to kind of let that energy into your space for new relationships, new opportunities to come in. So let's see what the general theme is for Leo for the month of September. What's the general theme for Leo for the month of September? What are some of the things that they need to know at this time? What are some of the energies that are coming into their space at this time? Let's see. Okay. I'm getting like a 7, 8, 9, and I usually don't get that, but it's almost like that path of progression there. There's something 7, 8, 9. I don't know if this would be, I'm trying to see, Leo, if there would be like maybe somebody, I don't know, maybe there would be some, I'm not sure what that is. Maybe somebody's birthday is in July in the year 1989. I'm not sure, but I'm seeing 7, 8, 9. So, okay, it's like that little why is 6 afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9. There's some, I'm not sure what that is, but I'm getting that 7, 8, 9. So let's see here. That it might add up to something too. Spirit likes to give me information in a way that makes me kind of work for it, but that's kind of the fun of it, right? It's the riddle. So let's see what general themes for Leo for the month of September. What's the general theme for Leo for the month of September at this time? Okay. All right. Queen of Cups. Intuitive and sensitive. Oh, wow. Okay. So what I feel like, so this goes back to, there's something about, again, I mentioned earlier, like a mediumship circle. There might be something to where you guys are expanding, you're opening up your soul tribe, you're letting new people in, there's new opportunities that are coming into, but it's really about, and sometimes too, we have, because we are intuitive and we have this capability, we sort of pull back our energy from people. Okay, sorry about that, Leo. My battery died. And so, so yeah, it's this feeling of you could see how she's sort of guarding her energy here, and this really goes with the hardening. It's this feeling of like, there's a vulnerability when you sort of let people into your life and you bring into those spaces, and it's that feeling of like wanting to be protected, but it's also, you have to sort of, this world, we're intended to interact with others. We're intended to experience things, and it's okay to be a hermit for a while, you know, and kind of like, I just kind of go away from the world. I'm getting that image of that, like there's an image of someone in an armored suit, and it's like I'm an empath, please, like like this is what I wear outside because I'm an empath. And it's this feeling of like empathic energies and really sort of taking on the world. And sometimes it can be a lot, right? The water, the emotions that are surrounding it, it can be a lot for you. And so in some ways it's created kind of that hardened energy. But I feel like Spirit's sort of inviting you to step outside of your comfort zone and your space to allow other energies to come in, allow relationships to form, to develop, and to progress. That it's okay, you know, if you need to kind of stay isolated for a while, but there's the world is inviting you to kind of come out and play, so to speak. And I'm going to pull another card for right there, because I just feel like there's something more in terms of the physical energies that you're experiencing this month that you're actually seeing. So Spirit, what other physical energies is Leo experiencing for the month of September? Yeah, okay, overwhelmed. So kind of goes along with what I was saying here in terms of the emotions and the energies. Hardened, overwhelmed. This is the feeling of kind of being overwhelmed by the energies of others, and the feeling of being in that space of wanting to kind of protect yourself and keep yourself on guard. So that's kind of a classic, like, nonverbal way of us kind of protecting ourselves by crossing our arms, but she's got it here at the heart. And so this is really Spirit just sort of inviting you to, and this is why they're coming in here, because the guides are showing up to kind of invite you in a way to open your heart up so that you can kind of bring in that loving energy that's coming in. And so let's see what other messages Spirit has in just terms of a general. These are the general quotes that I thought were cute that I wanted to incorporate in here as well. Just nice little positive messages for you. So Spirit, what messages do you have for Leo? Let's see. Okay, perfect. I am not a has-been, I am a will be. And so I just feel like that's a cute little message here. There's some, this almost looks like a gumdrop, but I just feel like with this, it's this feeling of, the feeling of, in the past, there's been a lot of experiences that have occurred, and just sort of opening up your space to be able to bring in that new energy. And when you do that, it's just going to bring in a lot of happy relationships, experiences. It's going to expand your world in ways that are pretty amazing. And so let me just see if there's any other messages here. I'm being called to pull another one here, actually. So let me pull another card there and see what other general messages, that general themes are coming in. That Spirit's just sort of inviting that energy in as well. I'm getting roses. There's a connection with roses as well. So this might be romance for some of you as well. Let's see. What other messages for Leo at this time for general theme? Okay, devil obsession. Okay, so yeah, this goes back to what I was getting in terms of the simplify, right? What are some of the things in your life that are no longer serving you that you can purge out? What are some of those energies that are really overwhelming you that you can sort of purge? And I see the really going to the flame, that kind of energy. What sort of things do you have in your mind that are on repeat that you just keep constantly telling yourself over and over? Maybe it's that the feeling of insecurities of, for example, like the what is it, the 4 agreements that, don't take anything personal. A lot of times when we experience things, and I'm sorry, I always want to call it the 5 agreements. I think it's the 4 agreements, but Don Ruiz Miguel. It was kind of interesting, like that was kind of changing for me when I read that, because it's like I do almost everything. It's like every encounter that, you know, a lot of us tend to, oh my gosh, what they mean by that? What were they trying to say? Why did they say that to me? And it's the feeling of sometimes it's so difficult because we have this sort of paranoia with relationships or just human interaction where we feel like everything that we said is wrong, or maybe things that people say to us is wrong. Like we take them the wrong way. And so it's really about simplifying and just sort of like relaxing the energy around the experiences that you have so that you can bring more expansion into your life. And so I just feel like there's a greater opportunity for that kind of happiness and bliss to come into your space at this time. But it's really about opening up that door to invite that in and to allow those sort of energies. The other thing I'm being drawn to here is, like, if you notice the black, it's like the hardened, and here is like the white, and so it's kind of the opposing, right? And being more into that maybe gray space and being comfortable with that. So it's that feeling of kind of the rigidness of black or white, but being more open to experience some more of the gray, what may not be clear to you, but it invites opportunity into that space. So yeah, so I feel like that's really what I'm getting on this one. I don't feel like there's anything else to be covered off. Let me just see if there's any other energies. I'm also being taken back to, there's something about, some of you may have experienced some things back in 2013, 2012. That energy's popping in here as well. I also get 2014, thinking back to those years, about some of there may have been relationships in your life at that time that kind of changed some things for you. I feel like that may have been that as well. So just, that's kind of what I'm getting there. So Leo, I hope this reading was helpful for you. I hope you have an amazing September, and I just hope that you allow some of these positive energies to flow through your space at this time. I feel like there's a lot of good things coming, and just know that they're for you as well. So have a good one. Namaste.